their road trip does not end the way they would have liked. In fact, they give up 140 points, most they've given up in a game since April of '94. 68 of them came in the paint, tied for the second most the Celtics have allowed in a game over the last 20 seasons. So it was not a great way to finish up this road trip for the Celtics. But I want to show you what happened earlier in the day. In an exclusive interview with Yahoo Sports' Chris Haynes, Kyrie Irving, we've been talking a lot about this lately, apologized for the way he has been conducting himself with the media of late. And here is what he said. He said, "The way I've handled things, it hasn't been perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes that I take full responsibility for. I apologize. I haven't done it perfectly. I haven't said the right things all the time. I don't want to sit on a place like I'm on a pedestal from anybody. I'm a normal human being that makes mistakes. For me, I think because of how fixated I was on trying to prove other people wrong, I got into a lot of habits that were bad, like reading stuff and reacting emotionally. That's just not who I am." Jalen, I want your reaction to this first. We've talked a lot about Kyrie. What did you make of that?
Well, he's a young man. He's allowed to mature. This is his first time being in a position of leadership on a team that is expected to be a contender, that has expectations. This is something that he asked for. And I talked about that on this show. The thing that can't get overlooked in this quote is, "I've been reading things." Initially, remember, I talked about the fact that when he went to the podium, he just seemed like he was miserable. I said the exact same thing about KD. And that doesn't come from the sports media. That comes from social media. And so for him to acknowledge that, I really respect it.
Mike Woodson, I'm curious to hear your perspective on that.
Well, again, I mean, players have problems in the league, and I think a lot of it's got to be aired out in the locker room, is what I think, amongst their players and coaches, not to the public. And, we all got problems. Coaches have problems, GMs. It's just how you handle it. And, I think he's gone about it in the wrong way at times, but he's a professional and he'll figure it out.
I would like, candidly, to applaud what he said yesterday.
Absolutely.
If I saw some people saying, "Oh, he's just been hearing criticism, so now he's changing his tune." If we're not going to accept people apologizing, if indeed an apology was even the appropriate thing here, then what are we doing? I mean, he's not done anything awful. He's been behaving in a way that was less than becoming, I think, and he recognized that. He seems to have taken some personal stock in that. To me, at least, I thought he said all of the right things yesterday. I commend him for what he said.
I do, and that's why I always do a distinction. There's the sports media that's going to cover your performance. You only have to deal with them before and after practice and before and after games. Then it's the aha gotcha type of media like TMZ that you can turn off. Then there's social media that you can definitely turn off or block the people that you feel like are giving you negative energy. So I appreciate the fact that he's having ownership.
Me too. Whatever it is that happens from here, and I don't know how it's going to end in Boston, but I thought that yesterday was very well handled.